There we go. Take two. Hopefully you guys can find me again. As some of you know, Facebook is providing some problems. So I'm going to start all over again and hope that you guys can join me for the second take of this one. So let me start again. We're going to talk about moving forward, and I'm going to be using my tea leaf fortune cards to provide some insight on how we can move forward. So let's start with me. My name's Kathy. I'm a tea leaf and tarot reader. I've been reading professionally over 5 years now, and this subject has come up with some of my recent clients. So I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about what it means to move forward and how we can continue to do that. And if you know me as well, you might know that I'm a tea consultant as well with Sipology or Steep Tea. I've been selling quality loose leaf teas and wonderful tea accessories for well over 9 years now. So I love to talk all things tea, whether or not that's a reading or whether that is just what the perfect cup of tea for you might be. So let's get started. I had pulled a couple cards. So we're going to start with the boot again. So the boot is about increasing your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So this is really about stepping it up and putting in some extra effort. So if you had set a goal to, sell so many X or Y products by the end of the month, or to get X, number of clients, added to you that you're helping, this is telling you that you need to do a little bit more than that. So reach out to a few more people, increase your marketing, do a little bit more work. It's really about putting that step forward and doing the work that you need to do that. And again, it's not extreme. So don't think that you have to, stay up 24/7 or that you have to, wear yourself out by doing this, but it does have the energy of you putting in more effort and not just relying on what is currently working to continue to work for you. So that's the boot. And another wonderful card for my tea leaf fortune cards is the mountain road. So when I see the mountain, it always is an indication to me that there's a bunch of work ahead of you. But the lovely thing about this is that it's that you are on the road to success. So this is saying you're going to be successful. It just might take a while. See, the road is windy and you're going up, it might take a while, especially like my guides are showing me, like us going in like some small little putt car up the mountains and getting there. So, you're going to reach the top eventually. You're not going to run out of gas. You're not going to, fall off the cliff. But you will have to take your time to get there. So it is about a journey and again, putting the effort in, but knowing that you are going to succeed because you're on the right path. It's not about changing what you're doing, or at least not much change, because there's not a lot of give and take there, but it is about continuing up that road and continuing to do what you're doing, to continue for you to move forward in what you're doing. So two cards. I'm going to pull a couple more here. I drew a couple that I thought, or well, more than a couple that I thought were appropriate for this subject. So I'm just going to draw another one and see which one that is. Oh, the butterfly. So these cards have a caterpillar and a butterfly in them. And of course, they're about transformation, because when you think about what happens to become a butterfly, you have to start as a caterpillar, you have to go into that chrysalis, then you have to go and actually hatch out of that. And then you become this beautiful butterfly. So it's about transition. It's about leaving behind what you were so that you can be something bigger and better and greater than you were before. So when we're talking about moving forward, I love seeing the butterfly because it really is, as it says, a change for the better. So you're moving forward, you're getting bigger and stronger and even better with what you're doing. So this is about leaving behind some of those maybe old beliefs or old habits, and being somebody new or being something better along the way. So the butterfly is a really good transformation, and again, moving forward with that. So I feel like one more card. Sorry, I can't see comments, so I do appreciate it if someone has joined me and I'm not able to recognize that. I do appreciate you guys coming in and watching. So the next card, so my fourth card I got is the wheel. So indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Now, I mean, we've all been accused of doing this at one point or time. We sit on the fence. We get indecisive on what our next move is, and that's why you need to see me. There's a plug. But you know, sometimes we just aren't necessarily, like, this is more about taking responsibility and actually making a choice. So life continues, like the same 24 hours everybody has, and if you don't make a choice, you're probably going to get the same thing tomorrow that you had today, and eventually you'll feel like you're in a rut or you're just rambling along, as it says, and a lot of times it is about choice. So we haven't made a choice, either good or bad, and I feel that we always have not just one or two options in front of us, but hundreds of options in front of us. So never feel like you have to choose A or B. There's much more to life. There's much more to work. There's much more to what you're doing than just that straight ahead. I can only choose one thing, and that's it. This is about, you know, taking the bull by the horn, moving forward, and doing it with decisiveness. And again, when I talk to my clients, a lot of times, you know, you don't know what the next step is after the first step. So you need to take that step, and then another opportunity might come when you get to that second step. And then another opportunity comes after that third step, you know, for that third step that we would never have seen or knew about until we took that first step. So it's really important that we don't get caught in that, well, I mean, even they're showing me a hamster wheel, like, you know, we don't get caught in going in circles and going around and around and not going anywhere. You need to take a step, you need to move forward, you need to make a choice. And that's how we get life to go the way that we want it to, and we get more opportunities, more, you know, more luck, more in synchronicities, more people that we meet that can help us, you know, more and more into our life is by kind of taking that first step, and then next thing you know, that second, third, fourth, fifth, like, are all there for you to continue going on. So I'm going to encourage anyone who's watching, like, this one feels like a really strong one for everybody that's watching today or even on the replay, to make a choice and take action on it. Again, there's probably more than two choices. There's probably many choices for you. But take that first action and then see what the second you know, what opens up for you. And then even after doing that second thing, see how many more things open up for you. So I'm encouraging everyone to move forward, to step ahead with a decision. Simple as that, right? And sometimes no decision is a decision, but this isn't about that. This is about actually making a decision. I'm going to put my, you know, start a savings account. I'm going to call that person about that job opportunity. I'm going to, you know, get in touch with an old friend and see if they have something available for me. I'm gonna, you know, say yes to this or no to that. It really is important that we don't let our life ramble on and we get caught in that hamster wheel of life and wonder why we feel stuck. So anyways, I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, so I'm going to again remind you guys who I am. My name's Kathy. I'm a tea leaf and tarot reader. I love to start with the teacup, but will very often, if not every time, pull out my tea leaf fortune cards, maybe pull out the tarot, definitely use the pendulum as well to give you answers and to help you make some of those decisions that you need to do, you know, so that you don't feel stuck, so that you can move forward. And I'm always grateful for my, I want to call them fans, but I don't want that to sound degrading in any way. I don't know why it does to me, but anybody that watches and anybody that supports me, I'm really grateful that you're here. And I do 30 or 60-minute readings online through Zoom or I have been doing a couple in person, but I've now got a partnership with someone in Streetsville, and on Thursdays I'm available Thursday afternoons for readings in person if you so choose to do that. So if you'd like more information, certainly reach out and let me know about that. I've got my second month of this wonderful event with Marilyn Sidor, and she's talking about money, and I'm pulling some cards to see what else Spirit needs or wants us to know about the subject that Marilyn's talking about. So we had 1 month, and it was a lot of fun, and the recording is available if you wanted to check that out on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to leave it there, and I know there's so much more that's going on with what I'm doing, but I'm always happy to connect with everyone here and send you much love. Take care. Bye.